5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, I am Steve, also known as the guy who gets to follow Sumit's amazing presentation. And I started a blog a long time ago, but only really started writing when I came here because I wanted to give my mom something to read. So today we're going to talk about my experiences in getting readers from my mom to a massive, unprecedented 100 people. And step one is you'll have to create a blog. But the good news is this is the highest percentage increase you'll ever get. Because you're going to go from 0 to 1. And 1 divided by 0 is infinity percent. Next up, we should probably sign up for an analytics service. Because otherwise we won't know who's visiting. I happen to like Google Analytics. They give you these nifty pie charts. And they also have legends full of cities that possibly only I in the room know. Because a lot of them are small and in Michigan. And you can see we broke 122. So at this point we have a fork in the road. We can choose between simple and hard. And those are the two methods to get to 100 hits. Simple is represented by a script, the simple machine. And hard is represented by Space Shuttle Endeavour, a slightly harder machine. So the simple way is to go to your own blog 100 times. But you may remember the trainer saying that sometimes the simplest way is not the easiest. So I don't recommend this, although I've been to mine several. Up next, give your blog a snazzy title. I call mine S.G. Hill's Adventures in Agile Development. And it doesn't necessarily have to relate, because I've yet to post on Agile Development. And following that, you should probably give your posts intriguing titles. Things like laundry, or friend of a friend's parents' friend's son's wedding reception, or perhaps the highly anticipated expose on Indian rickshaws. And next, you'll want to provide an RSS feed for subscribers. And that's because if you're using Blogger, there's this Google Friend Connect feature which seems to do absolutely nothing. It will not send a notification that you've posted. It will only put square images of people who have profiles. And maybe next, you should have an awesome sister who comments on every single post. I'm extremely fortunate to have a sister who also knows how to ninja roll over auto rickshaws to quickly make her way to the other side of the street. And then, I would suggest perhaps casually mentioning your blog in conversation. So if someone were to say to you, "So what are you doing later?" You could mention, "Blogging on my Blogger blog at sghill.blogspot.com." But words aren't enough. You should really add interesting pictures. Pictures of, say, the friend of a friend's parents' friend's son's wedding reception. It helps if they look happy or confused that you're in their wedding photo. Failing that, add boring pictures. I had never air-dried laundry before and felt I needed a picture to remember. I also seem to have only brought green shirts. And I learned this from neglecting my blog when I made it, but people who read it appreciate if you post every single day. So I've covered things from the 23-hour flight here to TWU's Adventure Race, or Amazing Race, to a game of dumb charades that featured Control-S as the way to represent save. And this one's probably obvious, but add it to the social networks you spend the most time on. Things like Facebook, LinkedIn, there are probably others that are less popular as well. But be aware that if you're going to do that, you probably shouldn't blog about Facebook or LinkedIn that you don't like it. Anyway, don't be afraid to show how ignorant you are either. I had to ask my roommate how to use the washing machine. And the instructions were so intriguing that I decided to post them online. You have to turn it on, put your clothes in, put some detergent in, and press start. And if you're going to post every day, you can't be afraid to write about absolutely nothing. This highly anticipated Indian switch expose came after I counted the roughly 417 light switches in my apartment. There are several more than at home. Has no one else had this experience?
Yeah.
Okay, you can then tweet about it. Things like, hey Twitter, I've been blogging here. Hopefully more specific though. And I would suggest being aware that if you post to Twitter, it's completely public and you are bringing a flame war to your doorstep. The next idea is that you could record a presentation about your blog for YouTube, which is currently in progress in stunning high definition. And the last idea I could come up with was to do a Pecha Kucha about my blog. So, if everyone here would like to read fascinating adventures of a Westerner about almost nothing, head to sghill.blogspot.net.